Your podcast. My podcast, the podcast of the people. D Hall, People Show.
Let's go.
I'd like to welcome you to the D Hall People Show. Thank you for joining us. Hello to everybody. Just want to take a few moments of your time and thank you and happy Halloween. I know the kids are out. Be safe out there. Be safe out there. It's another blessed day that I am here on a Friday. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about, but first and foremost, I'm going to play a video from Jay, and I'm going to piggyback off of what he is saying in this video. I'm going to remove myself and let him talk to you. And please just listen to what he's got to say. It's very important for you as a guest. And I'm going to remove myself from the screen, and I'm going to let him.
What's up? This is J York Productions. Real quick. I just want to say a little something, a couple of little words or whatever, real quick about content that you're sending. A lot of the content that you're sending is fine. As always, we want to get the best stuff. We want to get the best quality. We want to get the best filming that you have. A little tip is never film in direct lighting. If you're in a place and like stadiums or stages or whatever like that, and there's a light there, the light is for the stage. Don't film directly in that light because it's gonna blur your video. That's one tip for you. Also, we do not accept YouTube videos. We don't accept copywritten material. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing is, don't say if you had a promo made from somebody or somewhere. I understand, how this works and how it should normally work. If you pay for it, it's yours, right? But we're not accepting those anymore either. So don't ask me to chop up no other people promos that they did or whatever, or any videos or whatever like that you got from somebody. If you're in another interview or whatever, or if you're off with David Letterman or Ricky Smiley or somebody. Shout out Ricky. I ain't talking about you. But don't send us that. Because if you didn't pay for it and you didn't film it, we have to get their permission to use it. But if you paid for it or you had somebody else to film it and they, have absolutely no ties to it, we're still not going to accept that though. But we don't accept other people's videos. No longer. Sometimes you don't have no problem with that, and at other times, let's just say, if you outdo somebody on a video, you liable to get cussed out. Let's say that. So, so that's what that is. Send us original content, send us original videos from your stuff, and it doesn't take long, guys. It doesn't take long to open up your messenger and hit that picture button, and your gallery will come up. All you got to do is select the photos or videos or whatever like that you got in your gallery, and hit send. You know, it don't take a minute to do that. You know what I mean? You know, and a lot of people, y'all got stuff in your phone. You know what I mean? I know you got stuff in your phone, because everywhere you go, you creating content, right? Or you filming something, right? So whatever you have filmed or whatever like that, because I know a lot of y'all not editing. You know, you're not taking your pictures and your videos and improving them to be seen or nothing like that. You just send them, right? So, you know, I'll do the work. Just send it. You know, open up your gallery, select the pictures or videos that you got in your gallery, and send it. That's it. Send it to my inbox. Send it to my messenger. That's it. If you don't know how to send bigger files, or you got a file longer than maybe a minute or a minute and a half, I will send you the link where you can send big files. This is J York Productions. Peace.
Hey, appreciate that, Jay. Matter of fact, Jay, a round of applause. As I said, I'm going to piggyback off of some of the things he said there. First and foremost, do not send any copywritten videos. We only need original videos. We have had issues with that in the past, and we're not trying to have that going forward. Original only. No YouTube, no TikTok, or any of that, because people have snapped their videos. Okay. As he said, even if we get permission, we're not going to accept that, because there's a lot behind all that. And we're doing that to not only protect ourselves, but it protects you. You know what I'm saying? That is one of the top topics we have, and issues that we have at this moment. I'm going to bring up communication. You know, if you got a lot going on, then maybe you need to schedule 3 or 4 weeks down the road. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it honest with you, because once I give you the date, there's things that's coming behind it. And I'm talking about, hey, I got to have you coming on. I got to do a test run with you. I've got to communicate with you all the way up until maybe a couple of days before the program. And if you're not communicating with me, you're not communicating with Jay, then there's going to be some issues somewhere, you know. And you have to do that. You have to do that. You have to communicate with us. If you don't, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, hey, you know, we couldn't contact you. You weren't talking back to us, and we're going to have to reschedule you. You know, so it's a whole lot to that. Okay. And we talked about this before, but we're talking about it again. I'm not going to, I'm keeping it real. I'm not going to babysit you. I'm not going to keep calling you. I'm going to give you the information. I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to give you what you need. If you forget, you can contact me, because Jay probably don't know the date right then. He may be doing something else. But if you contact me, guess what? I'm going to give you the date once again. I'm not going to keep making calls to you or any of that. I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm here for. It's called communications. That's what it's called. Jay said he talked about how long, look, man, we've been doing this a long time. If you make time out, you can take time out to do your video. It's only take about 20 to 30 seconds. You send your pictures in, and you're done. You do your video. You do your intro video, and you send that to Jay. It doesn't take that long. Trust me. I know people can do that thing in 5 minutes. Now, it may not be right, and we may have to make them do it over again, but it don't take long. Please understand what we have to do here. If we want you on, we enjoy what we do, but don't make the job hard. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if you were spending your money, I'm quite sure you'll get it right. You dig what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real with you. You dig? I'm keeping it real with you. You spending your money, it'll be a different story. We're helping you. Of course, we're helping ourselves, but it's the people show. It's around you. As I said, and I'm gonna say this again. Communication is a big key with us. If you don't communicate, then hey, man. Hey, we're going nowhere. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We're going nowhere. And I'm not here to babysit. Okay? I can't do it. I give you the date, give you the time, we agree upon it. You're going to get the date one more time from me, and that's when I send you all the information that you need. Do not send us. I'm going to repeat this. Do not send us anybody's videos. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm asking you, don't do that. We talked about this once before, so I got to go through it again in 2025. Okay. All right. I hope that you understand what we are saying to you. If you have, if there's something going on, there's a problem, communicate with us. We don't know what's going on with you. I hate to have to go here and go there and go here and go there. If you was paying your money, it'd be a different story, wouldn't it? Shit, I'm keeping it real. I'm telling you, I'm keeping it real with you. If you don't communicate, then hey, I'm gonna tell you right up front what it is. We can't do it, man. I don't know what's going on. At times, and you're killing time. You're just killing the time for your promotions to be ran. We can't do anything with you can't get anybody here when you done waited 2 to 3 days. And then you want to send us everything. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. If you can't make it, let us know. If it's too much for you. If it's too much for you, let us know. We'll stretch this thing out. You dig what I'm saying? All right, look. I'm gonna get back with you. I appreciate y'all. I thank you for being a part of the show and wanting to come on. I'm getting ready to get out of here. And from me and Jay, we thank you once again. Y'all have a good evening.
That's our time on the show. To be a guest or to schedule a live interview, please contact dmost42@gmail.com or jyorkproductions@gmail.com. Thanks for all your comments. Questions call ins, hearts, and likes. The People's Show was filmed live in Raleigh, North Carolina online. Thanks again, and The People's Show is a J. York production, strategized and structured.